There's only one website that you want to go to. It's actually mine.
Krafty.co.uk.
It would be, but it's not.
Is it? .net?
To avoid getting yourself into a similar pickle of a situation exactly like this, what you should do is head on to officialkrafty.com. Because I said so. Okay, so a little while ago, I was promoting what was called the questions and answers interview. I don't know if many of you remember it. It was promoted on like Facebook, on the website as well, officialkrafty.com. So if you remember that, then you'll get the gist of this video. Basically, we had a ton of questions come in. If you still want to send some questions in, send some in. Basically, this video is to just answer the people that actually sent in questions, because we didn't actually get around to filming the interviews that were going to be filmed. So I thought what I'd do is I'd take all my questions that people sent in and I'd answer my questions now, basically, because I'm not too sure when we're actually going to film the whole video that we were going to do. Yeah, so here we go. Okay, so first question is from Chloe in Glasgow. What was your inspiration to start singing? I don't actually sing, so I've never had any inspiration to. But no, I get what you mean. What was my inspiration to start hip-hop? It stems all the way back to when I was about 9 or 10, I think. And hey, that rhymed as well. I'm just good, and yeah, when I was about 10, I think it was, I just had an infatuation with rhyming words. Any word that rhymed with another word, basically, which is what rhyming words are. If you didn't know already, that's what rhyming words are. That's what they are. Sorry. Yeah, I just had an infatuation with it. I didn't actually get into hip-hop until I was about 12, so a couple of years later. When I got into secondary school, that's when I started getting into Exhibit, Eminem, Redman, like just a few of them. That's when I started getting into that. But it actually stemmed writing, just from rhyming words. The closest thing I can even give it to an explanation is when you're in school. I don't know whether any other schools did it, but in my school we used to have what was part of literacy, where you have to rhyme like 10 words, and I just did that, and that's where it came from, really. Like after that, then I got into hip hop, then started doing freestyling and graffiti, shit you get into like when you're young and you're finding your feet in hip hop. Next question is from Ashy D in Australia. It says, hey, I'm like a huge fan and all. I just wanted to know, where do you see yourself in 5 years time, career-wise and personally? Keep up the good work. I'd say career-wise, I'll probably still be sitting on my ass trying to promote this fucking website. Personally, I ain't even too sure. I mean, right now I'm just doing music, so personally music is the same thing, there's no difference. If you know me, then you'll know that there is no switch over with that. But career-wise, yeah, probably still fucking sitting on my ass trying to do something with this music. But hopefully, what I hope to do is, within 5 years I want to be out there, but you never fucking know what you're going to be doing in 5 years. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing in 2 years. But yeah, hopefully I'll be signed, fingers crossed. Okay, the next question is from, well, anonymous. It says, Folkestone. Krafty, would you ever make love to one of your fans? Or just one? Yeah. Next one is from Greg in Clitheroe. That says Clitheroe. I don't know. Which underground artists are you most impressed with at the moment? Myself. I'm pretty impressed by me. No, I'd say, right now there's a lot of people doing it. I'd probably say DZK from SoundClick. It's hard because the underground's huge, and I try to keep my ear to the street, but especially when you're trying to move your own music, it's hard to keep yourself sort of tapped in. I'd say Sam K, if anyone's heard of Sam K, he's definitely doing his thing. Did I say me? Yeah, me. Okay, unknown. Do people ever spell your name with a C instead of a K? We're getting a lot of unknowns here, but yeah, they do, yeah. People even actually ask me why do I spell it with a K instead of a C? C, if you spell it with a C, it kind of looks boring. If you spell it with a K, it just looks better. K is more of a better letter than a C. A C is like, a K is like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Jasmine from Folkestone, what are your goals for the future and what artists do you look up to the most? Basically, I want to be just established. That's my only sort of aim, to sort of get out there, get my music out there and rap for a living, because I'm lazy. What artists do you look up to the most? No one at the moment. I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't say look up to. I'd say like I just like their music. That's as much as I could say. So, you know, people like Eminem, Cannabis, Redman, yeah, that's about it. And me. Did I mention me? Okay, so next question is from Jay in Ashford. When will you release something solo? Right now, obviously I did the coalition last year with 360, which is, you know, the sales have been really fucking good on that, as far as, you know, I mean, even people locally copying it, but like places that I ain't even heard of, people are buying it, you know what I mean? So that was good, but something solo will probably be released a few months, because I'm working on music right now. If you don't hear from me, that's because I'm making music. So if you sort of, you know, you check my page and the same tracks are just coming up, that's why, because, you know, those are the only tracks I'm releasing right now. The next time I release something solo, you know, I'm not even going to promote the name until I've got all the tracks done, so you won't even know when it's going to be out until, you know, it's fucking done. The next one is from Jess. There's no location. It says here, have you ever wanted to quit what you're doing and get a regular job? I've got a regular job, I do work, but I know what you're saying. I probably, you know, I don't know, I wouldn't want a career in anything. That's the main thing. The only thing I want a career in is music. So, you know, even in school when I was a kid, I wasn't fussed about GCSEs or nothing like that, focusing, settling down, because I always had it in my head that music was going to kick off. As you can see, it hasn't yet. The next question is basically a question that I get asked a lot. It's not necessarily one that's been emailed in. You know, people ask me this all the time. They ask where they can find my old music from, like variously 2007, you know, 2006, even stuff back in 05. Like, I don't think I really want to be promoting that sort of shit on my website. So if you want one of the old tracks that I have, the best thing for you to do is email the track name. There may be something, I might pick the best ones out of the old ones that I've got, but I won't be promoting loads of the old stuff, purely because it's bad quality. A lot of my new stuff is to an industry standard, especially this new album that I'm doing. You should hear some of the quality that I've got on the album. It's totally different to what I was doing, you know, even just a year ago. It stems back to you progress. The more you do in music, you know, the more music you make, the more tracks you do, the more verses you write, just everything, it just all changes. So, you know, as far as promoting stuff in 2006, you know, I was 16 then, I'm 19 now. Stuff back then, you know, ain't gonna be top notch, so it's not gonna be something I want to be promoting on my website. It'd be something that you'd have to get at me for personally. Okay, so that wraps it up. That's basically all the questions that I've got. A lot of the other questions I'm going to leave until, you know, we do that other video. If you want to email your question in, email info@officialkrafty.com. That's where all the, you know, all the questions should be going. And yeah, that's about it really. Shout out to everyone that, you know, emailed in. Thank you for emailing in and actually being bothered about what I was going to say. Yeah.